Oh, it's knocking.
All right, what's up, guys, and welcome back. Today we have a bit of a field trip adventure going on. I kind of made a promise that, promise to myself that I wasn't going to buy any more vehicles for a while because I have way too many, but that doesn't mean I can't spend stupid money on other things. So I bought something, and it's big. I happen to be lucky enough to work at a place where they let me borrow trailers when my trailer isn't big enough to move shit. But what I bought today is even bigger than that. So let's see, cover up the logo. We're actually borrowing the semi from work to go and pick up my surprise purchase that you're gonna see when we get there. It's a lot, and it's probably kind of dumb to buy, but it's gonna be cool to have. All right, guys, we made it to Surprise Central here. Some of you might be able to guess, judging by all the vans here, but no, it's not one of these vans. We got a rig to drag our surprise up onto the trailer with. Hauled that over here, and I got my lovely assistant rolling up straps for me. And I got you a new camera angle because that body camera really sucked. It was like wearing a sports bra, and really my boobs aren't big enough anymore to need a sports bra. So we're gonna try the old camera hat. That's just held together with some industrial strength adhesive I found. That's all it said on the tube. So I know it smelled poisonous, so it'll probably hold pretty good. Yeah, we're gonna have to walk back there and I'll show you what I found. All right, hat camera is going live here. And this is just prototypes, so bear with me on the filming angles and quality and what you can and can't see. Now, like I said, I didn't buy one of these nice vans. I think these are just here getting worked on. I actually didn't even buy a shitty van here because this isn't really a van. This is a, let's see here, S-H-E-D. There. See? It identifies as a shed, so now the neighbors can't get mad for me bringing home another vehicle. But yeah, it's like a 79-ish GMC apparently, value van, 35. It's got the old hack and slash special drivetrain in it, same as the crane truck. Straight 6 and a 4-speed. It has gauges. There's a steering wheel. There's some doors back there, but not much else. There's really not much to it. Be a good place to keep some extra parts I got. Only problem is they circled the wagons here where it's sitting, so we gotta get it out of here. And that's where the support vehicle comes into play, because we're gonna do some questionably legal stuff. And I think we're just gonna drag it up that bike path, up and around and over, and our trailer's up by those towers somewhere. And yeah, we're gonna figure it out. We gotta get it out of here somehow because I own it. So it's my problem now. All right, we're in it, and we're going backwards. We got the Cummins pulling. I don't know if we have any brakes at all. We don't have any brakes. We got reverse. Oh shit, we got problems. Hold on, he's still pulling. Fuck, we gotta figure this out because we can't really communicate while I film. Well, as you can see, we drew the rest of the fucking owl again, and we got it loaded. Turns out the guy who owns this shop, which is not the guy I bought this from, saw people out fucking around in his lot, and he pulled in to see what was going on. And he was nice enough, he had a skid loader. He's like, I am sick of looking at that thing, so I will help you load it. So what he did is just pushed it right on the trailer, and there were way too many moving pieces and hand signals going on, you know, this and that, and that I didn't have enough hands left for filming. But it went pretty smooth. I mean, it's pushing a vehicle with a skid loader. That's what skid loaders are good at, is pushing things. So yeah, we got our shed loaded up and ready to head for home. Well, we made it back home to the windiest place on earth, and we got our shed sitting in its resting place for now. Pretty handy. Furthest from the house and the garage, so when I need anything out of it, I just won't be able to get anything. But it would be a shame if we didn't at least try to get it running. It's complete. I suppose we should do a little more walking around it, but first I need to show you. No truck parking. I'm not technically breaking the sign because this is a shed. And even if it wasn't a shed, it's still a van, so we're good. I'm not breaking my own rule here. But yeah, I think I already said at the beginning, straight 6, 4-speed, shed. Open the hood. Oh. Dropping things here. All right, we'll get you back. Damn it. Whatever, we're just gonna keep rolling. I'm already rolling. All right, there, we got the hood open. That I probably should have planned out a little better. Put the cute little kickstand in place, and we have an engine. We got brake master. We got that. First thing we'll do here is just make sure it has some fluids in it of some kind, because that's important. Oil is black. Doesn't smell goofy. It's not crazy over full. So we're gonna call that good. And really, for now, that's the only fluid we care about, because it'll run for at least a while without all the rest of them. But we'll at least check the coolant, because that's right here too. Maybe we won't check the coolant. Let me put the camera down, get this open. All right, it was too hard to do any work without having two hands, so we are back to the camera hat here. And I checked the coolant. We're about half a gallon low. That's gonna be fine to run it with. Battery is dead flat. I turned the key on in there and it does nothing. What else? It has an oil filter on it. We'll see if we can't turn it by the water pump. Holy, look at that. I don't know if you can see it, because I don't know what you can see, but the motor's actually rolling over pretty good. The crank's rolling over like that. So I'd say the motor's definitely free. Took like one hand, but that might actually be a bad sign, because we might have no compression at all. But I was told this thing ran 2 years ago. The guy hasn't had it running since. And get that door open. He also said the clutch plate is froze, which if we can get it running, we can fix the clutch plate. First, let's just see if we can't get this to pop off. I'm just gonna try it with the key. I'm gonna take a jump pack, hook it to that battery, and I'll end up just sitting right here with a can of Giggle Gas and just feed it right into the carb. Hopefully we can make some noise, and then we'll be in real good shape. Sorry about the echo. It's kind of an aluminum box in here. Okay, so jump pack. This time, see, I was smart. I actually laid out all my tools ahead of time. Normally I go to grab something and then it's tucked away and I can't get to it. You guys are probably looking through the windshield right now. That's kind of a downfall of the camera hat, is you get the view off the top of my head, not actually the view of what I'm seeing. It'd be super awesome if they invented some sort of like super spy camera glasses like you see in the old James Bondathan movies, but I don't think they have those yet. And they're probably out of my budget because I keep buying sheds. But all right, we got a battery hooked up. Let's see if our key even does anything. Turns on. Oh my gosh, it turned right over, but we were in gear. That was less eventful than I was expecting. All right, feed it a little bit of flammable. Ooh, it tried. It runs. This is probably a good motor. Oh, you know what? We should probably give it some throttle while we're doing this. What the hell? I started this out thinking, oh yeah, this will be a good deal. We'll just do will it run, and then the fucker just starts. Way to ruin my content, you stupid van. I guess that means now we'll have to try and free up this clutch because we need to take this thing driving. Brake pedal's frozen, but you don't need brakes with a manual, just shut it off. We got oil pressure. We got full tank of fuel, possibly. We're making voltage. It's idling right now. I haven't even touched it. I didn't put any gas in this. I just fed it carb cleaner. I wanted to hear it pop off. That's amazing. Huh. All right. And then we killed it with too much fuel. But that took no effort at all. I guess now I'm stuck fixing it. Because you can't have something that runs and not drive it. I guess, what are we gonna do here? Give me a second, I need to regroup because I'm just gonna end up repeating myself and doing a bunch of stupid shit. So, I'll be back. Okay, I'm back and I think I have a plan. We're just gonna try and see if it'll move forward and if it'll move backwards. And if it'll do both of those things, we will put a steer tire on it that isn't gonna kill me. I don't even like being this close to look at it. And also, that might be a problem. So we'll find some dually wheels. It shouldn't be too difficult around here when I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-ish dually, well, 6 now. 6-ish dually trucks around. There's a wheel that'll fit this somewhere in the collection. So yeah, we'll see if it'll start without the brake cleaner because it smells like there's gas in it. The gauge says there's gas in it, but we all know those Chevy gauges lie when they have a bad ground and just read way full. So it potentially has no gas in it, which is why we won't go far until I can rig up like a temporary fuel system. Because a smart person wouldn't be using the tank back there at all, because who knows what's in it. But I'm not smart, and me being not smart is what gives you people something to watch every week. So oh, the clutch is starting to move. The guy said the clutch was froze, but the clutch arm is moving. It's not moving enough, but it is moving. Maybe that is enough. He might have been full of shit. This might be a perfectly fine van. So what? You know what? We're gonna leave it in gear, foot on the clutch. Let's try and start it and see if it tries to move or not. Okay, nope, the clutch is definitely stuck like he said, but we'll just tie it to a tree and yank on it till it pops loose. I'm gonna need some more voltage though if I'm gonna want to start this big heavy pig in gear. So I'll be back with probably a fresh battery and more jump packs. Well, I'm sorry to say guys, but I've let you down once again, and I accidentally freed up the clutch off camera. I'll show you. We put her in. Here's what I did. I put it in gear. I held the clutch down, and all I did was crank the starter. So now we have a working clutch. And apparently the guy I bought this van from, I bought this shed from, he had it at 2 different mechanic shops, and they said they couldn't, well, the first one said they couldn't free up the clutch. The second guy was much nicer, and he told the previous owner of this van that he was wasting his time by, the previous owner was wasting his own time by trying to have a shop fix a 79 van, now converted to a shed that's in this condition. He wanted to make a food truck out of it. And this isn't really a great food truck van. It's a straight 6 with a 4-speed. It's steel body, it's heavy. You add a kitchen in there, it's even heavier. In an already good motor in my opinion, gutless motor in everyone else's opinion. So yeah, I guess I'm a better mechanic than the last 2 guys he took it to, allegedly. But I'll bring you with on this because I can't get this wheel off. I was going to put these single wheels on just because that's what I have and they should fit. But I've been hitting it with a 13-pound hammer, messing it all the way up, and it's not budging. So I think what we're just going to have to do is take this on its first test drive up and down the yard until that wheel falls off, and I'll bring you with for that. All right, hat camera engaged, and we're all about to get a first-hand look at what it was like to deliver bread or newspapers or anything back in 1979. So, now functional clutch in, and a little shot of some spicy air. Exhaust leak. And we'll see if it'll move under its own power. We know it'll run. We got it home. Now will it drive, I guess? Oop. I guess not if it's not running. Hopefully you can hear me over this thing. Oh, it moved a little bit. It, maybe first gear was a little much to expect for it. We'll go all the, well, second gear. Maybe second gear was too much. We'll go all the way to granny low. See what that does for a guy. Oh, and it sounds like the wheel fell off immediately. That is perfect, actually. I guess we'll shut it off and check it out. Yep, wheel fell off. That's what we were looking for. So, now we'll put the good wheels on with not scary tires and take it for a real drive. Hell yeah. Well, the driver's side wheel came off way easier, just 2 hits from the big hammer. And we are going to be, it's because the fisheye lens, here we go. We are going to be monster trucking with these new wheels. And normally, I'm not one to advocate for getting rid of wheels just for a little cracking, but I mean, hell, the tires on this wrecker are from 1997. But every man has his limits, and that one's mine. Honestly, I probably shouldn't even be handling it as much as I am currently, because that's not a tire anymore. That is a bomb, and that can stay right there. But yeah, we'll get our monster truck tire on. Here, I'll show you this one that's already mounted. It fills out the wheel well way nicer. Like, this is a better size for this vehicle anyway. And obviously, white Steelies, white van. I mean, white Steelies go good with everything. So, yes, other wheel going on. Then we're driving this bitch. All right, hat camera is back. We got our wheels on. They look perfect. They fill the wheel wells nicely. Now all that's left is hit the open road and get that true delivery guy experience. I mean, these things probably didn't even have brakes when they were new back in 1979. So let's go for it. Here, we'll open up the zoom now that I remember to do that. Okay. One more time. Clutch in. All my wheels are on. Let's see if it'll start without the funny stuff. It's trying, but we'll just do it the easy way. Now I have no idea if this gas... Oh, shit, you know what? One more thing we need to check. It's getting dark-ish. Light check. Pull the lever. Apparently the brights are on. Oh my god, we got a marker light. Oh shit, we got all our front lights. That's good enough for me. I don't even care if we have back lights, but we'll check them anyway. We got both marker lights. Oh my god, we got a rear light. I shouldn't be this excited. It's just lights. Nothing on the back, but it's white and it's about to be dark outside, so white shows up in the dark, right? Good enough. Oh, we got another marker light. Perfect. We're legal-ish. Let's go for a drive. And run out of gas probably immediately, but that's fine. Oh, shit. I almost kept her running. Ooh, battery's getting slow. Maybe we won't be driving it tonight. Uh-oh. Ha-ha! We're driving! No power steering. You don't need that. Oh, no, it's coming. Ha 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 ha! Yeah, no mirrors. Can't find second gear for the life of me. Ah, fuck, now we're dead in the road. All right, fun time's over. Shit, this was a bad idea. Fuck! Battery's dead. We're in the road in front of the goddamn house. Fuck, fuck, fuck. All right, camera's going down. We're gonna fix this. Jump pack saved the day. We're booking it. Hell yeah! This is the best shed I've ever owned. It doesn't like fourth gear though. Right, we're gonna try and turn her around. All right, we made it to the gravel, but we got a problem. It doesn't like whatever gas is in it. We're kind of stuck in first gear because if I go up, it locks out. It backfires through the car. Yeah, so that's not good. We just gotta get it turned around and get it back to the house. Over there. Fuck. Who cares? It runs and drives. It wasn't supposed to do either of those things, and we got it going in a day. I am ecstatic either way. So, if nothing else, my neighbor's gonna be home in half an hour and he'll come get me. Fuck yeah, we'll be back once I figure out some technical issues here. Well, it died again. Killed the battery, killed the jump pack, so I guess we're hoofing it home. It'll be fine here in the middle of the road. People don't really mess with things like this, and if they want to mess with it, the keys are in it. They can have it. But just me and my Lamborghinis now. Luckily, it's less than a mile home. See, I was actually being pragmatic. I decided to take the correct route for when this thing broke down. And I broke down further down this road before, and that house or the next house, one of them has a mean dog, so I didn't even make it to the mean dog's territory, so I got nothing to worry about. we'll get home, we'll get the tow truck, and we'll drag this back to the house and figure out why. Well, it's windy as shit, but I guess I can be thankful I have a nice sunset to look at as I'm walking home. Oh, the neighbors are far too familiar with this walk of shame. But if I didn't break down, I wouldn't get any exercise at all. So we're gonna count this as a win and keep putting one foot in front of the other. And we have made it to the Empire of Dirt. Just in the nick of time too, because the sun's almost gone and I'm wearing black, so that wouldn't go well. I guess what we're gonna do here is grab the other jump pack, some fresh gas, and probably put on my high-vis, and we're gonna hoof it back to the van. I could take the tow truck and drag it home, but why would I do that when this episode is about getting this van running and driving now? So yeah, we're gonna at least drive it home so we can say we put 2 miles on it, and I'm gonna be happy enough at that, and I'm gonna quit pushing buttons tonight. We will get it home and save the rest for another time. All right, well, I walked back to the house. Turns out the neighbor was home, so he gave me a ride back to the van. And while I was walking, I came up with the idea that maybe our alternator's not charging, because the other jump pack was dead and the thing was backfiring, so I'm thinking maybe it just wasn't getting enough spark and it was shooting back out the carb. So we brought another jump pack. We found a loose battery cable or ground while we were hooking that up. So we're gonna activate this and try and start it one more time. And if not, we'll drag it home with the Suburban. But we're not admitting defeat immediately. So let's see what she does. Make sure we're neutral. You guys can't see anything, but I can. Okay. Key on. And actually, we're not even taking any chances. We're going right to the good stuff there. Yeah, and it's idle and good. So we brought a multimeter with. Where did I put that multimeter? There we go. I'm just going to measure that and see if we're getting any voltage back to the battery. I'm guessing probably not with how loose that alternator belt is. All right, here. And let's test it. Yep, we're 11.8, so we're not charging the battery. Probably having the headlights on didn't help our case on the way out here, so we're just gonna try and sneak home by the flashlight and hope the jump pack lasts long enough to get there. But gotta pack everything up and hopefully it stays running. All right, we're cooking. No headlights. It's brighter for me than it is for you. Flashlight out the window. God Lord. You can't see anything. I'm just gonna shut her down and hope I make it. What does it mean when this light comes on? Yeah, something's not good inside that motor. I would say we found the problem. We got a bad head gasket. All that smoke is coming from between the block and the cylinders. So this motor's probably coming out, and a better one will be going in. All right, and we're back in the driveway too. We made it back in first and second gear only, because I think we also locked up a brake caliper, but that's besides the point. We're gonna see if it's got one more start in it with no head gasket to drive over there to where it needs to sit and not in my neighbor Wayne's driveway. So if we can make it even like 30 more feet to the grass, I'll be happy. So, I think the jump pack shut off. Technical difficulties. We'll resume shortly. Running running again, and it's actually running kind of good considering, except for every now and then you can see through that hole in the exhaust something flashing, so something's backfiring. So that's not good for it, but we're not worried about that. We made it home, we got her parked, we'll diagnose in the morning. Oh, it's knocking. That's the death of a 292. I probably could have kept it running longer if I treated it better, but that's the way she goes, bud. The fucking way she goes. All right, well, now that the sun's out, we can survey the damage from last night. Came out here this morning, and the belt was sitting just like this. You know, since we were driving with the hood open, it must have snapped and blew apart, which, if I was smart and if I cared and, you know, if I was going for longevity or reliability, I would have replaced those belts before we drove it, but I wasn't too concerned about that. I bought this thing as a shed, and the fact that we got it to run and drive at all was just a bonus. So it's still going to be a good shed, I think, even now that it doesn't sort of run. It might again, because I reached in here, and despite the bad sounds it made when it shut down last night, if you look at that crank pulley down there, oh, wrong way. Give me a second. The motor still turns, so somehow we didn't lock it up. We did lock up this caliper though, which is a problem. I'll probably either delete that or put a new one on it so I can at least move this thing around. That head gasket is bad, but it is just leaking between the block and the head at the back. I think I called it something else. I don't know what, but so it's just leaking compression out. If you pull the dipstick, which I was worried we were going to have a milkshake when we pulled this out, but it's actually still nice oil right at the level it's supposed to be. So, I mean, if we actually blew out like a coolant passage or an oil passage, we would have, you know, a color about like that on this dipstick, and it would probably be way over full because we would be filling the crankcase with coolant, but we didn't do that, so I don't know. It was kind of fun driving this thing. You might see it again. I might end up fixing it, or maybe we'll end up doing something else entirely with it, but for now, it's a good shed, so thanks for watching.